Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we've got a very nice stock that can actually make us passive income very quickly. So it's actually pretty much the best of both worlds because not only is it one that we can invest in for a large return in the long run, but it's also going to be making us, without a dividend, passive money in the meantime. So let me explain exactly how that works. But before I get into that, I would like to say that over 50% of my viewers are not currently subscribed, so I would really appreciate it if you guys go ahead and like and subscribe to this video. That way I can get monetized from the watch hours, and of course that'd be awesome for me, pushing out this content daily or weekly, however often I can. But with that being said, thank you guys, and let's go ahead and get started. So Rivian is a stock that's down over 50% in the last 5 years. However, recently, if we go to their EPS, we see it's been creeping up. They've been doing well. They've been getting great loans because the main concern with EV companies, especially small ones like Rivian, is that they are just burning through cash like crazy. So they've been getting loans to help with that, massive ones actually, which will help them till 2026, which is when their massive release of EVs that people have already signed up for is going to take place. Not only that, but they've also confirmed 2 partnerships, one with DHL, which I'm sure all of you guys have heard of, and an even bigger one, which is Amazon. So they'll be delivering tons of electric vans to both of them. With that being said, yes, it is down a ton. We are currently in a position just down 3% at the moment, but as you guys can see on the 5 year, it's down a lot from the IPO because it was one of the most overvalued IPOs, which is unfortunate, but it's very fortunate for us because that means that now in our position we're getting in at a very nice spot. So basically anyone who invested 5 years ago or whenever they IPO'd is killed. They're down probably close to 90%, but now is actually a great time for us to get in, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how we can make passive income from this. So basically, let's take a look at my current position, which is a little over 100 shares. It's not as big as I'd like it to be. We only have $1,329 or 30 in there. So I'd like to get to maybe 200 shares within a couple months, and that's just so I can sell multiple calls. At the moment, I can only sell 1 call a week, and that's because you need 100 shares per call sold. So if we take a look at their options, we don't want to buy to open options. Instead, we want to sell to open these options, because if you sell calls, you get paid for holding those 100 shares. So you could be down on shares, but if you sell calls weekly, you actually make money that way, which is exactly what I've been doing ever since we got into this position a couple weeks ago. So with that being said, let's take a look at how much money we can actually expect to make every week. So the very first thing we could do would be to sell a 10.5 call. So it's very close to the strike price, which means that if Rivian goes up over 10.5, we have to sell those shares. But if it doesn't and it keeps falling, then you make, of course, all this money and you don't have to worry about selling the shares. Another thing to keep in mind is even if you have to sell those shares, you're going to sell them at 10.5. So if you bought them at 10.32, you're making money off shares and this $37 you were paid just to enter that contract. So that's great, but I personally would like to go a little further out because I don't want to sell these shares. Because as you guys can see, I'm holding these to sell over here at a little over $18. And that's because the price target, the average price target, that's not even the high ones, just the average price target is $18, which is about 80% higher than where the price is right now. That's up absolutely, amazing. So I'm loving that, and instead of doing these calls that are, or these strike prices that are super close, I'm going to do these that are a little further out. We could also do an $11 call, which is also smart, and get paid $22 per week. But I would like to show you guys, as you can see, I've already sold this call. So the thing is, these screenshots, like, this is good money, but it's actually even better because I took these screenshots just now after the market's been closed because it's Saturday. But on Friday when I sold this call, I got it for an even better price of let's see, down here we can see that I got it for $17 because the current value is 13. Even though it says 12 up here, this is what the current value really is on my account, $13. I sold it for $17, which means I'm getting paid $17 for doing absolutely nothing. And if it goes all the way up to 11.5, then I'm gonna get paid an extra 100 and something dollars to sell at that price. So it's really nice because, as you can see, my average cost is 1066. So I'm locking in near $200 for doing literally nothing, and that's why this is it's like probably the only, or the best at least, passive income strategy.